Organic chemistry, oh, everyone's favorite course. They call this the Weeder course. When you have aspirations to go to medical school, organic chemistry is usually used to weed out those serious from those that are not so serious. Organic chemistry specifically deals with those molecules containing carbon. Carbon-based molecules are organic molecules. These are abundant in living organisms. Carbon is the building block of life. It starts with carbon and goes from there. And when I say goes from there, ultimately carbon is used to build these huge macromolecules which carry out all the structure, which carries out the function of the cells and also is used to build structures within the cell. So there are four major classes of macromolecules that we're going to talk about at length: proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, and nucleic acids. Each of these complex organic molecules serve essential roles within the cell. So if you want to think about it at its basis, and some may disagree with this, some scientists may disagree, but I'm going to put it out there. A cell is a collection of highly organized organic molecules which function in unison to create what we know to be a living cell. So why carbon? What makes carbon so special? Well, we know carbon, because of its 4 electrons in its outer shell, is tetravalent. We have the ability to take this carbon atom and build on all sides. So what's hard to sort of get across on a flat screen like this is three-dimensional. Right? It's not just flat on a screen. You have 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We have depth here. And so we can build in any direction from this carbon molecule. You know, carbon is a lot like a brick, right? A brick. Try to draw 3 dimensions here. Right? I can add a brick on this side. I can add a brick here. I can stack a brick on the top. I can stack it on the bottom. If you give me endless numbers of bricks, I can create the largest, the tallest, the widest. I can make a variety of structures. You can't do that with hydrogen and its monovalent nature. You can't do that with oxygen because it's divalent. Even nitrogen is limited because it's only trivalent. Carbon is perfect because you have the ability to build on either side, all sides, creating a variety of shapes, which ultimately are going to create a variety of functional molecules. So now, when we talk about the fact that it has 4 valence electrons, of course it has the ability to build 4 single covalent bonds, or now you have the opportunity to build double bonds. Double bonds added to a molecule are going to change the character of the molecule, going to change the flexibility of that molecule. Carbon also has the ability to form nonpolar with hydrogen and polar bonds with atoms like oxygen specifically. And so we know that as you start to then mix and match nonpolar and polar bonds, we can create molecules that are amphipathic. We can create molecules that have a variety of properties in relation to water and its ability to interact with that water. So here it is. Here's the orbital view of where the electrons would occupy. Remember, it's a best guesstimation. These electrons are orbiting, so we're talking about probabilities here. Now, as electrons occupy orbitals, it's going to give molecules their shape. Your general chemistry class will talk about that at length. In the simplified biology version, here are our energy levels. We know we're occupied with 2 in our first shell. We have 4 unpaired electrons in our second, all then possible sites of covalent bond formation. So carbon is the building block of life due to its tetravalence. So here's a nice example of what we're talking about. We see one molecule here with 2 very distinctive parts. We can see this part of the molecule is generally nonpolar and non-reactive. We have equal sharing of electrons between the hydrogen and the carbon. resulting in no partial charges, creating an electrically neutral segment of the molecule. Really, the only reactivity, or one of the few reactivities we'll see with this, is its need to shield itself from water. And if you put water in there, that's going to create a repulsion. Other than that, it's fairly docile. But now you look on this other end. Now we've sort of flipped it. Not only have we added other atoms like oxygen here, we've also changed the bonding. We can see the tetravalent carbon here has 1, 2, 3, 4 covalent bonds here with a double bonded oxygen, creating a polar end to the molecule, right? Because this oxygen is going to be partially negative. The addition of an OH group creates a partially positive end. So the electronegativity differences here, the electronegativity differences here, create a part of the molecule that is no longer electrically neutral. A part of the molecule that is polar, that is hydrophilic, which is reactive. We are going to learn these distinctive groups like OH, like C double bond O. We call these functional groups. As we substitute functional groups for these simple carbon-hydrogen bonds, we change the nature of the molecule, we change its chemical properties, we change its reactivity. And so these functional groups are going to play a very important role in many of the cellular processes we're going to learn about this.